ladies, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about Monday Night Raw from October 20th, 2025. So let's get right into it. So on the heels of a shocking betrayal of the world champion Seth Rollins last week, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Paul Heyman were there tonight to address what happened. Their promo headlined broadcast that featured 3 championship matches, an update on Rollins' status from Raw General Manager Adam Pearce. So let's get into what happened. So the Vision, they interrupted Adam Pearce at the start of the show. So Raw General Manager Adam Pearce, he took to the square circle to announce to the world an update on Seth Rollins' injury when the Visions, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Paul Heyman all interrupted. Pearce revealed that Rollins is fresh out of major surgery and he'll miss a considerable amount of time. He announced that he is formally stripping the architect of the World Heavyweight Championship, and he had a battle royal held tonight that will determine who will battle CM Punk for the gold on Saturday night's main event on November 1st. So really the plan now is CM Punk obviously was the number 1 contender, so now they're going to have him versus whoever would win that battle royal later in the night. Pearce ordered Breaker to hand over the world title, to which the Badass responded, "What if I don't?" And after some establishment of dominance by Breaker, including demanding Pearce say please in return for the world title, Pearce received the title. Heyman grabbed the microphone and said he did not leave Roman Reigns and betray Punk at WrestleMania to side with Rollins, but instead, because he knew Breaker and Reed were the future of the business. After rallying off Rollins' previous nickname and saying he was neither of them, the Vision, and a bum ass, a bum shoulder bitch, and he declared this a revision of the future. This was a solid opening segment in that it gave us the latest on the status of Seth Rollins, announced a high stakes main event for the show, and put the heels at the forefront here. Well, that said, I hate when WWE does this and does not give us an explanation. There was little in the way of substantive explanation for Breaker and Reed's attack on Rollins. It felt like a cheap reasoning rather than a legitimate answer to the question that fans had had in the 7 days since that betrayal. Like, I guess because maybe Paul Heyman was just using him. I don't know. The Breaker looked like $1 million here though, and the World Heavyweight title looked good on him. So maybe they'll give him the belt at some point. But that was the opening segment. Then we had the World Tag Team Championship match. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus Judgment Day. Balor and McDonough. Their first what? Is this their first title defense since what? July? So AJ Styles and Dragon Lee defeated Finn Balor and McDonough to win the titles. This is a very good match. A fantastic match, man. That featured a lightning quick pace, Slade, and just enough chaos to keep fans guessing. This was a fantastic way to kick off the live in-ring portion of the show, where we go here with Styles and Lee and how the Judgment Day's loss affects the status of the group. Should be interesting to see if there's more tension, because backstage tension within the Judgment Day rears head as Balor and McDonough took exception to Dominic Mysterio getting him into the title defense. You know, Roxanne attempted to sue things over with Dominic to continue that story thread and eventually set up Liv Morgan's return at some point. But yeah, this was pretty good. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee won the tag title, so we'll see what they do with them going forward. So let's move on here as I'm trying to scroll down here. Come on! Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. The nerd community. Yeah, let's talk about the next match, the Intercontinental Championship match between Dominic and Rusev. So 3 weeks after being cheated out for the Intercontinental Championship via textbook chicanery from Dominic, shenanigans, Rusev once again challenged for the title, looking to dethrone Dominic and capture a title that has eluded him. He has never held the Intercontinental Championship. But Dominic Mysterio defeated Rusev to retain the title. He again attempted to cheat, putting the bell hammer in his boot and attempting a 619. Rusev sniffed that out, however, but he could not avoid the low blow that set up the 619 that led to a frog splash as Mysterio again stole a victory, just like he did 3 weeks ago. we really do not deserve Dominic. He's as entertaining as the wrestlers there is on television right now. Just hugely, as his character as a heel, like I guess a unlikable and as a result lovable bad guy. That match with Rusev is everything what we thought it would be, and somehow it's still pretty fun, even though they done it 3 weeks ago. But yeah, this was good. I thought. And backstage, the Usos talked about tonight's Battle Royal with Jimmy trying to convince Jay that Roman does not have all the answers. You might be right, Jay responded. Roman might be too, he followed up. The Bloodline saga is about to be raging full force, pitting brothers against brothers again, and making this Bloodline shit actually more entertaining now. Next, Women's Intercontinental Championship. Becky Lynch versus Maxine Dupree. Embarrassed by her loss 2 weeks ago with the count out and fueled by the determination to right the last of wrongs, she defended her title. Obviously it wasn't as good as their match they done a few weeks ago, but Dupree defeated Becky via disqualification. Lynch beat down Dupree and walked out to a chorus of boos. Rocked her with the title to the face. You know, they have good chemistry in the ring. Like, Becky Lynch and Maxine Dupree have tremendous chemistry. Well, it took a little longer with fans in Sacramento, where they were at tonight, to get into the action. They ate it up and were strongly behind the baby face and the closing moments. We'll get one. So, Lynch's underhanded means of retaining your title, even in defeat, likely means we'll get one more match out of this pairing. It will not be surprising to see it take place at Saturday night's main event, or maybe in San Diego at Survivor Series, but I would say probably Saturday night's main event. Maxine Dupree discovered herself between the ropes, and perhaps it could be to the guidance of Becky Lynch, and maybe Maxine could be breakout potential if WWE play their cards correctly, because she's got better in the ring before she, like, when she first started compared to now. It feels like they're actually taking her serious. Stephanie versus Roxanne. Thought this was solid. And obviously this match was strong as expected between Stephanie and Roxanne. Obviously expected that to be strong, as one would expect from the talent involved, but the commercial break ate away a large portion of this match and hurt it every so slightly. The return of Nikki Bella was interesting, but there's established friendship between she and Stephanie, so any tag team match between them and the Judgment Day makes sense. But yeah, I thought this was solid. Obviously, Stephanie's going to get the win over Roxanne here. They were beating her down. Nikki Bella comes out to make the save. Obviously, there was some stuff backstage. Adam Pearce informed Paul Heyman that Breaker and Reed were removed from the Battle Royal main event from there. The Oracle was confronted by Becky, who shook off his sales pitch for her to remain with the Vision, then warned that when Seth Rollins returns, he will take out his new charges. Not Heyman, though, because he does not matter to the Architect. And he answered Breaker and Reed's questions about being removed from the Battle Royal by telling them a story about Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns, and how they all learned to listen to him to achieve the success they did. And then we get to the main event of the evening. The Battle Royal to determine CM Punk's opponent at Saturday night's main event. CM Punk joined Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett commentary. Otis seeking a measure of revenge for the assault that sidelined him, paired off with Rusev, but found himself eliminated in short order, followed by Alpha Academy teammate Tosawa. They make him look like an idiot. Judgment Day eliminated Lee for revenge following the tag team title loss earlier in the show, while Mysterio dumped Rusev and Penta off the apron for 2 eliminations. This Battle Royal, I don't know, man. I just felt like Triple H saw all the tag teams he could and put them in this Battle Royal. Sheamus then eliminated Ivar with White Noise on the ring apron, and Jimmy Uso dumped Americano. Moments after the Celtic Warrior ousted them, Balor and McDonough pulled him to the floor. On the other side of the ring, Styles tossed Mysterio to the floor. Dirty Dom's elimination went undetected, though, allowing him to slide back into the squared circle and continue his pursuit of the win. Late in the match, Jimmy repeatedly saved his brother, helping Jay stave off elimination. When the time came for the former world champion to make a move, he tossed Jimmy and LA Knight to the arena floor, then sent Mysterio packing to earn the win and a match with Punk for the world title. Jey Uso wins. I don't know, man. I'm just over, like, I guess I'm starting to get a little bit more interested with just with the bloodline shit going on right now, but did Jey Uso really need this win, man? Like, but the visual of Jimmy watching from the floor as Jay came face to face with Punk can very well foreshadow his involvement, though, so that makes it kind of interesting there, like, showing his true colors, tossing Jimmy to the floor the moment he was no longer of use to him as a textbook Roman move, and further demonstrating how much closer the world champion is to becoming like his cousin, like the Tribal Chief. But Battle Royals are a tough sell most of the time, thanks in large part to the punch and kick-heavy nature of them. This did a good job of meshing ongoing storylines, though. But I really want to see LA Knight win, man. Like, Jey Uso, I mean, we've seen him contend for the title already. Just give LA Knight a shot, dude. Like, come on. I didn't want to see Jey Uso. But to get my thoughts for tonight, Raw continues to be probably the best television product, I would say, to me. The tag title match was a legitimately great one that crowned no champions out of the gate. Mysterio, successfully retaining against Rusev and finding a new way to cheat his way to the victory was a ton of fun. And the women's divisions brought it again with two different matchups. The high-stakes main event set up by the opening promo segment was a nice exclamation point of the show, while the latest in Jey Uso's reversion, to the dark side wrote its latest chapter, kind of being like the Tribal Chief. That was a great show with storyline advancements, a couple of killer lines from Becky to Heyman, and a meaningful main event that sets the stage for a huge primetime special, at Saturday night's main event. But I thought, I don't know, man. I feel like they kind of played it safe. I thought they played it too safe. Safe and lazy. Felt the Battle Royal was kind of lazy, but this company just doesn't seem to learn from its past mistakes. A safe and lazy Battle Royal. Just to give it to Jey Uso. Braun Breaker annihilated Seth Rollins last week, and the follow-up is to cut off his momentum and give Jey Uso the title shot instead. I know you don't want to rush Braun Breaker as a world champion, but I guess Jimmy's going to cost Jey the championship at Saturday night's main event. But I don't know, man. I thought this was just kind of safe and lazy in the main event, but I'm still going to give the show an 8 out of 10. I gave it a 9 out of 10 if the main event was better, but that's kind of just my thoughts with that. Like, Jey Uso's cool. It's just, I don't know, man. Like, I felt they played it safe. I felt they've overexposed. There's a sense of me that doesn't want to see him anymore. I get they're going for the Roman story where Jey is giving no fucks and doing what he has to do to get the title back, but man, it's just stale. The ending just fell flat. I just don't know why they continue to push that Jey Uso down our throats. Like, if this wasn't for the championship, I would be more interested in him being like trying to be like Roman, but I wanted LA Knight, man. LA Knight was right fucking there. That'd be their chance again with LA Knight, and they squander it. Typical. But yeah, it's really gonna say it for this show. Leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Peace.